Should we start doing the Monday Ramble again? I feel like we should start doing the Monday Ramble again. Now you can probably guess what this video is based off the title and the fact that I said what it was in the intro. We're going to do the Monday Ramble again. That's like the third time I've said Monday Ramble and again in a matter of seconds. For me at least, because, you know, I've recorded this bit, but then I edited it to have the intro before it. Now they've lost all meaning. I just don't know what those words mean anymore. So let's have a look at what is coming up next Saturday for pre-order. It's the pre-order preview bit. And we're going to start doing this again. I've missed doing this. We should just have kept doing it. I don't know why I stopped. Anyway, let's take a glance and see what we've got on the way. I mean, pretty clearly there's going to be some Leagues of Votann stuff because it's the army set. The army set is on the way. I know there's quite a few of you who are excited about this. And to be honest, I can't blame you, but this is one that I'm not necessarily going to be grabbing myself. Because I do like the new Leagues of Votann stuff, don't get me wrong. I think overall it's a pretty decent looking army. There's some nice nods to what the Imperium has going on. There's some shared technology stuff going on. I think overall it's quite cohesive. It looks pretty good. However, in this particular army set, they've got all of the stuff that I'm kind of okay with, except for one, and all of the stuff I really liked isn't in it. So the Berserkers aren't in it, the kind of exosuit guys aren't in it, the heavy armoured, like Terminator-esque Leagues of Votann units, they're not in it. So kind of, for me, this is not the box for me. This is not the one for me. If I'm going to be doing anything with this army, it's going to be very heavy armour oriented. I mean, they have got that leader there, the one with the solid chunky armour and the massive hammer. I really like that, but the rest of it, it's just not my favourite stuff out of this. However, I have heard tell that this box is going to be about 120 quid, which, I mean, to be honest, for an army box, isn't too bad. I feel like they've been about 125, right? 125, 140. It's sort of difficult to remember because we've had so many. They're definitely, I mean, they're the new thing, aren't they? Effectively, every time we have an army refresh, there's an army box to go along with it, and so we get different prices and such. And I mean, I don't think that's necessarily too bad for this. You know full well these infantry guys, they're going to be 30 to 35 quid. You're going to be expecting to pay 20 to 25 for each of the HQs, and then you've got 3 bikes. I mean, either way, you are going to be getting a discount if you look at buying these things separately. That's where these things work every time. So there's 25 models in there. Uthar the Destined, who can also just be a normal generic Carl, which we've talked about before. The Einherjar Champion, he's the solid guy. He's the one I really like. The 3 Hernkin Pioneers and the 20 Hearthkin Warriors. Solid little force, and if you do like all of those, then to be honest, grabbing this from a third-party retailer, that's probably going to be the way to go, right? Just throwing it out there, I'm sure Element will have some, and you'll be able to grab that from there using my affiliate link. Oh, it was flawless. Terrible. So we've got the standard troops there, and we've got the floaty bikes. I'm now wondering why they didn't just give the tanks the floaty grav stuff. Like, I'm not sure why they went a similar route to how they did it with Primaris, where they gave the tanks the floaty stuff, but then they gave the bikes the wheels. They've just reversed it for this, and I feel like surely you could just take the floaty bits off these and stick them on that massive transport so that it didn't look quite as top heavy. Surely that was an option. Well, I mean, it's an option for you if you want to kit bash it. Be the change you want to see in the world. Make it a floaty tank instead of a dustbin lorry. There's also the Codex, which of course is the special limited edition one, which also means that you get the Codex before anyone else can get the Codex, a system that I still don't like and will complain about every single time. Stop putting Codexes exclusively in boxes. I know that technically the only way to get the units to start with will be through the army box, and so if you haven't got the army box you won't need the Codex anyway because you won't have any units to play the game with. But on the other hand, if you're planning on picking all of this stuff up and you want to start a Leagues of Votann army, surely the best thing to do would be to give everybody the Codex at the same time, because then people can plan out what they're going to purchase, because they'll be able to start building lists and so on and so forth. I mean, surely that seems like the best way to do it, by not giving the Codex to everyone at the same time and not allowing people to just buy it straight off the bat. You're encouraging people to leak and to do piracy. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's cutting people off from the thing that they want just for the sake of it. It's not good. It's not a good strategy. Stop doing it. You've also got the data cards and a bunch of tokens for grudge and judgment stuff and a bunch of insignia as well, so the usual stuff. I don't know, maybe it's just the Stockholm Syndrome talking, but I feel like that's not a bad box. It might not be for me personally, but I feel like overall that's not a bad box, right? Now, following on from that, we've got these for Necromunda, and I don't know whether we did a video on these. I think we might have missed these, which is ridiculous because they are absolutely amazing. I love them. I absolutely love these absurd, stupid bikes. These are Goliath Maulers, and they are just orc bikes in the making. Surely, all you need to do is a head swap. You don't even need to do much to these guys, because they are Goliaths, they're already big and beefy and chunky and girthy boys. All you need to do is stick an orc head on there, and you've got some amazing orc bikes. I love the design of these. They are ridiculous. They're very, very silly. Very silly. I like the fact you've got an option as to whether to put a tyre on the front or not. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, because it doesn't look like it really affects how deadly it is. It just looks like there's one of them missing a tyre. I love them. The big blades on the front, which aren't really placed to do anything useful, but who cares? This stupid ripsaw thing going on either side of the wheel is fantastic. The fact they've got tracks on the back instead of having wheels, I really like that little detail. That's great. Also, relatively sensible gun placement as well, which I'm kind of surprised at. They are Goliaths, but that's a decent placement for guns. Also, one of them has, well, in fact, they both have a nice bit of weird chain sword, chain axe, mohawk chain thing going on, which is a strong, bold look. Overall, I love these. I absolutely love them. I want them. I want to turn them into something. I don't know what to turn them into, but I want them. Also, I guess you could also, oh man, you could do some cool, like, corn biker stuff with these as well. Stick a few more blades and spikes on them. I mean, the possibilities are, I'm not going to say they're endless, because it's mostly like chaos or orcs, or indeed just Goliaths, given that's what they're made for, but I feel like there's strong contenders for cool things you could do with these. 10 out of 10, probably will buy. Along with that, we've got a book with the rules for those things inside it, so that's got the rules for the Goliath Maulers, which is the first Aranthian Succession book. And yeah, it's your usual background plus rules book that you get with fun new releases, plus the usual array of dice to go along with stuff like this as well, and your Goliath Gang Tactics cards. Swerving hard left, we've also got some Middle-earth strategy battle game stuff in the form of old Bilbo Baggins. Look at this, I mean, he looks pretty damn old. Is he supposed to be holding something in his hand? What's he holding? Is he holding gold? I feel like he should be holding a pipe, but he's not got anything in there, has he? Maybe he's just holding a bit of tobacco for later. He might be taking out some pocket bacon, who knows? He's definitely looking old though, I'll give him that. And from Black Library we've got Nightbringer. Oh, 20th, oh my god, 20th anniversary edition, Jesus. Now I feel horribly old. We've also got the Vorbish Conspiracy, which is Warhammer Crime Anthology. The Warhammer Crime stuff, I'm actually enjoying. I think it's pretty good. I do like it. I'm preferring the Warhammer Horror stuff overall, but I don't know, there's some cool stuff in there. And we've also got a German language version of the Dawn of Fire series, Throne of Light. And Warhammer Plus wise, there's a battle report featuring the Leagues of Votann, and there's a masterclass for Red Armour, plus some more White Dwarfs. I like the White Dwarf vault. I do use that. I do like it. It's cool. To be honest, this is what the battle reports should be if they're going to be doing battle reports on their own channel. Either crazy things that no one else can really achieve because they've got access to so much stuff and they can do insane scenarios and, you know, big set pieces, or things like showing off the Leagues of Votann before we can get hold of them, so that you have a good grasp as to how they work, how the rules work, what they're like actually to play. Like, that's a good use for battle reports on the channel. I feel like they could pump more out. I don't know, there's not as many battle reports as I thought there would be on Warhammer Plus. And I want to say, no matter what you think about Warhammer Plus, the Citadel Colour masterclasses are genuinely really good. Like, they're really well made. They're super clear, easy to follow. I think they're genuinely good content. Just kind of a shame they're locked behind a paywall, but you know. So there you go, that's what's coming up on Saturday. Of course, the big news being the Leagues of Votann army box. Are you planning on picking it up? Are you excited? Are you not too bothered? Are you looking forward to it? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you'd like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.